last night uptown. Ask if she fancies trying it again sometime. Then Cow grabs the phone like, oi, 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 oi. Hold it down, boy, your head's getting blurred. I know you can't stop thinking of her. By all means, you can vibe with this girl, but just don't rug yourself. That's all, don't rug yourself.
Uh-oh. You're muted. There.
Inspired by Hall & Oaks. Tony, I know it's a bit of a last-minute lineup card, but who's leading off? And what do we have in the
All right, we are going to talk about. Uh-oh, you're a bit loud.
I'll silence myself again.
Okay. We are going to talk about the return of someone on this team to someone where I am living. He's not coming to my house, though. And then we're going to talk about what's happening, why they do that. And that's going to focus on a little bit of injury talk. A few people have gotten the injury bug. And then maybe we can check in on one of our favorite co-hosts from the number 2 podcast, because I know that he also has the injury bug. So, David, do you want to start it off with some injury talk? I know there's
Yeah, how's this with volume? We good?
That's good.
Mic checks 1 and 2. All right, so
Nope, not loud enough.
Oh, okay. How's this? Is better?
That's way good.
Okay. With the Mets in town, maybe kind of thinking about the injury bug and how a lot of these players are getting injured, either with they're blowing out their elbows or pulling hamstrings and pulling lats. It kind of got me thinking, what's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? Kind of like, is it players are becoming too strong for their own good? Is it they're just becoming so strong that the bodies can't handle it? We look at the instance of Noah Syndergaard, who pretty much told his team he's not going to take an MRI, and then the next day or 2 days later goes out and partially tears his lat. So I think the big question is, what's up with that, Tony?
So yeah, Larry Larson from our favorite show. We want to ask you, what's up with that?
What's up with what?
What's up with people getting injured? Are you injured or are you hurt?
I am indeed injured.
You're injured? What's your injury, and do you play for the Mets?
I tore my labrum.
Oh, lady parts.
Playing baseball. But I do not play for the Mets.
Okay. And what's the prognosis on this? What's the time frame? Are you going to be back before Noah?
I actually don't think so. Noah might beat me back, but hopefully I can rehab real quick and take my spot in the rotation back.
Do you have any special word? David's going to ask some questions here too. Can you hear David?
Yeah, the one big question I had was, when you do get the sling off and get the okay from the doctors, are you going down to extended spring training? You're going to do a minor league rehab before making your appearance in the majors?
Did you catch all that?
Yes, I did. I'm going to have to ask my medical staff about that, but preferably I would like to make a start in, AA or so, and then head straight up to the majors,
But
I want to get back as soon as possible.
Yeah, because I heard you have a single, the low A, there's Kane County. You could probably just go there one night and just get a good rehab in. And now I have it on good in with some medical staff that you'll be back before postseason.
Yeah, I could actually drive right up to Beloit. That's actually closer. It might be. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that's good. We wish you nothing but the best, at least the second best, and keep on taking those powerful number twos. Don't strain yourself too bad and then end up on the real disabled list.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good.
We
That's
miss
what I'm
you.
planning on. See you.
So that was injured talk with Larry, and it sounds like he's doing all right. Probably a little bit worse shape than Noah Syndergaard, but at the same time, he doesn't have millions of dollars riding on the line. So, David, how's the injury bug and the Braves going?
I think overall, no, we're all right. I think Tony Phillips is nursing and growing, but then again,
Tony Phillips.
I always do this. I think it's the third time we've called him Tony Phillips. He's nursing and growing, but then again, aren't we all nursing and growing? I think last time we found out that Tony Phillips was actually dead.
Yes.
So he didn't have a growing to nurse anymore. But our Brandon Phillips, he's the one that's nursing and growing. He's actually right there in the starting lineup right now.
Okay.
But, he will be playing tonight. They've been taking it easy. They did pull him the other night when they were up big on the Brewers. But no, I think he'll be fine. Other than that, I think we're pretty much, for the most part, injury-free. We just got Matt Kemp back off the disabled list. He had to pull a hammy, I believe. But right now, for the most part, we're looking good on the injury front. How about with the Twins?
Well, I was gonna say with Kemp, he had a pulled hammy, but then he pulled a few dongs. He kind of went big on his trip back from the DL. He smacked a few, didn't he? 3?
Yeah, he slapped 3 dongs on Saturday night. So and even one of the dongs he slapped was on the opposite way. So no, he slapped 2 dongs the way he normally goes. And then he got his last dong he slapped. I guess he got tired going the way he normally goes and slapped one the other way.
So that means Matt Kemp is back. He is officially back to his normal Dodger days, and he's probably going to be an MVP candidate this year, right?
He might be. No, I think it just goes to show that Matt Kemp swings both ways. And no, he when it comes to the Braves, he might have some competition in there from Freddie Freeman. He's been slapping dongs all over the place too.
That's true, and one of my favorites on the Twins is slapping a few dongs. Miguel Sano. He's second place for home runs right now, but first place for RBIs, and he's I think first with walks. He's been getting on base a shit ton and just doing really well. So I'm excited. Kind of leads into in a way the other story. Yep.
Well, but he might be number 2 in home runs, but he's number 1 in your heart.
That's true. Well, he's probably number 2 in my heart because number 1.
Well, I meant on the Twins right now though.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. Other than that, the injury bug. I mean, we had some guys, some of the pitchers early in the year and kind of more in spring training get hurt, but so far so good. I think both of our clubs are kind of outperforming what we expected them to do. Again, it's only 1 month into the season, so take that with a grain of salt. But the Twins, they said last year, right now this year they are 12-11. Last year they were 12 and I want to say 31 or 36 or something. So, what they've done is probably better than what they did in 2 months last year. So we got that going for us.
Yeah, the Braves are off to a hot and cold start, I'd probably say. We start off pretty cold there on the road. Came home, got on a big winning streak against the Padres. Then really bit it hard against the Nationals and then the Phillies on the road. Bounced back against the Mets, lost 2 and 1 game was rained out. Then won 2 out of 3 in Milwaukee before heading home. So we'll see if the good times can keep on rolling against the Mets, who, I mean, yeah, they got all these injuries. No, they just, for some reason, they can't hit the ball this year. So their rotation's pretty depleted right now between Syndergaard and DeGrom. I think Harvey is. They're almost telling him the day of the game that, hey, we need you to pitch. I think he didn't even know the other day that he was pitching. And he went and did a heavy lift the night before. And I think about 10, lifting some heavy weights, slowing him down. But I think 10 hours before the game, they say, hey, we need you to pitch tomorrow. And I think he kind of got knocked around a little bit more than he might be used to. But I don't know. We'll see how this series goes.
And a quick update before we get into the news of a particular Oakland Athletic. You said earlier that you ended up with an abnormal amount of testicles. You're at 3 testicles today?
I did receive 3 testicles today. One pretty nice catch. I kind of had to save a server in front of the chop house. He was taking an order. Really didn't see the ball coming, so I had to reach over his head and kind of take it back. One was a miss hit on the Mets testing the wall out here in right field, and then another was a retriever in an area that a kid had dropped the ball into.
Have you been noticing that opposing teams have been doing more maybe outfield work or infield work, or just taking in the stadium a little bit more than what they're used to at Turner Field and stuff like that?
Definitely teams coming in and they want to see how this right field wall is going to play, because it is all brick for the most part. So a lot of teams are coming out, and their outfielders, especially their right fielders, are coming to see how the ball is going to ricochet off the bricks. And I get it, but if you're not going to come out hours ahead of time, it's going to be a hard crash course on it, because you kind of get an idea of how the ball is going to hit, but at the same time, what I've seen is the ball's hitting the wall pretty hard, and players are coming up too close to the wall, and it's ricocheting back over their heads. So all you players, especially all you right fielders coming that are watching Ball Hawk Lab, my suggestion to you would be stay back. It will come to you. So I know there's a lot of right fielders that watch Ball Hawk Lab.
And with the bounces, is it kind of bouncing closer towards center field, or how is the wall position? Does it come right back to them, or does it kind of push it one way or the other?
The wall itself is pretty flat and not angled too much. So I haven't really seen any strange ricochets. It's just I'm trying to think who it was in right field. Possibly Jason Worth, I think it was. No, it was Harper had been pulled, I think, by that time. Whoever the right field substitute was for the Nationals, the game they got blown out. Came too close to the wall and kind of tried to get back and just stumbled getting back and fell down. So not a lot of odd caroms. It's just a lot of ricochets that are going back more towards the infield than I think the right fielders are thinking it's going to.
Interesting. So, talking about new guys coming to stadiums, we have an old guy coming to Target Field. That is the return of a particular favorite of mine who I made a sign for. His name is not Thank You. His name is Trevor. And there's the rest. So Trevor Plouffe is coming back to town for the first time since being signed by the Athletics, and I'll be going to, I think, every game in this series, so 3 games in a row, and then I'll be doing the game after that when the Red Sox come to town. But it'll be really interesting to see the reception. I know that one of the companies here that is known for getting athletes in for autographs and doing a lot with the Twins and other local sports teams, they are going to have a thing where you get to meet Trevor before one of the games and get a picture with him in like a big group photo. And so I know that there's probably a couple dozen people that will be cheering pretty loudly for him. I hope, and I think it's going to be one of those deals where the people in the stadium are going to appreciate him, and it won't be your AJ Pierzynski type of return where you're getting booed. But it will be hopefully a lot of things that sound like boo, but instead we're yelling Plouffe really long. The Plouffe. Yep.
Okay. Oh. Hey, we're trying to do a show over here. Keep it down, please.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the Braves to take a timeout?
Yeah, put it on mute. I was going to say it's a good thing that they're yelling Plouffe and not Plouffe.
Or boob.
Yeah, they don't want to do that either.
Just give.
They're instructing me now. I gotta find somebody to give a high five to right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Hey, high five.
High five. All right, go. They told me to say "Go Braves."
Go Bras.
Go. Yeah. That's one of the new hokey things that the Braves have started here, which I think it's kind of hokey.
I think you should chop your neighbor.
Like right in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Braves, if you're listening, because I know your front office staff listens to this show as well, let's stop high-fiving people and chop them in the face or the neck.
Exactly. So I was going to ask you about that. So there have been a few Twins that come back that get some pretty good love, especially like Morneau and some of the bigger name guys. It'll be interesting, like I said, to see Plouffe. But as far as the Braves, can you remember guys that come back that get an ovation like that? Did Frenchie kind of get that type of service?
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's one of those players that grew up in the area. So, I mean, he's mediocre player at best, I would say. Maybe a little bit slightly better than mediocre. But since he was a homegrown talent, people really like to welcome him back. I'll be interested to see at a game I think that some people from out of state might be coming to against the Astros later in the year when Brian McCann comes back, what that reaction was. So I'm pretty sure that McCann will probably get a pretty good ovation, along with Evan Gattis, who was always a fan favorite. I'm trying to think of the Angels coming to town this year with Andrelton Simmons. He'll probably get a great ovation. I've kind of, in the big scheme of things of how long I've been in Atlanta and how long I've been coming to Braves game, it hasn't been all that long. So like some of the other Braves greats, such as Maddox, and he came back, I wasn't really around the stadium much then, so I don't know what his ovations were like.
Anyone that you can remember that got booed at all?
Not Braves players, but definitely players like Carlos Gomez. He wasn't very popular, but he came back with a different team. As great as Jose Fernandez was with the fans, he was another player that kind of got a boo when he came up to the plate. I think the Braves fans, they want to hate players that are more flamboyant. I think part of the Braves in the past is that they've kind of had a Braves way, which may have not always been the most fun way. I get it. I don't always agree with it, but I get where they're coming from. Sometimes I just got to say, lighten up, Francis.
Yep. Agreed. Well, I don't want to keep you too long. I know that you got a position to catch home runs in, so I think that what we want to do is as soon as you catch that home run, just hop on Twitter, do a live stream, and show off your balls.
I'm not above showing off my balls on Twitter, so if I do get one, I will whip it out and broadcast it for everyone to see.
Excellent. Well, with that, we will hope that everyone keeps their head above water. Goodbye from Minneapolis and goodbye from Atlanta. He loves you. I'm kind of on the fence about you. Sorry.
It's okay.
No, I love you, but I just don't know if I love them.